So I'm like, I'm just again with Shaun, and yeah.
And welcome to this video.
We're here. Like I said, if you watch the live stream, you will know this was probably gonna come in the future anyway. This is literally 4 years later, and we are back in the same room again. So we are here to address all the rumors and speculation and kind of what has happened over the course of 4 years between us. So
yeah.
I've been checking comments and I've noticed it in live streams, and everyone's asking, when are y'all going to have a physical interaction, and will y'all even ever be in the same recording room again? To answer that question, well, if you're seeing this video, yes, we are in the same room again after 4 years.
How do you know?
This is actually Kayo too. The original Kayo I worked with died sometime after production.
Yeah, I'm the clone.
So we're here to address that. So I guess we'll just do a small like Q&A thing. I guess it's gonna ask. Let's just go and dive right into business. So the first question I typically get is, do we hate each other? And did we fight? And is that the cause of us splitting off for so long?
No, that's really all I could say.
We never ever hated each other to begin with.
Once COVID happened, I don't fully remember everything that happened to his, but my grandma passed away. I ended up developing severe depression. It's the only time I'm really going to talk about personal things today.
Yeah. And on my end, you know, like I said, I had records coming out continuously. COVID again, of course, backed that up because, you know, we weren't able to leave. I dealt with personal issues. I did have depression anyway as well, and a lot of other things happened too. And then we had legal problems on this channel, which pushed that back probably even further. And allegations and a whole slew of things. And then, you know, I have, you know, to prove this. Now I am happy, so.
Don't lie to your viewers like that.
But, no, I think we also became busy because he's got a job now. Tell him about the
place. I just work at a Little Caesars. It's fun.
We both have also grown up, and we are doing more big stuff. You know,
I've said, I'm switching over to game development instead of playing as much games.
Yeah, though it does, just because he's switching over to game development does not mean we will collab here and there. That does not mean we will never collab. Of course, he's up to collabing with me. I'm definitely up to collabing with him. So again, that don't think just because he's working on game development. Think about it. I worked on a movie, and I put that out, and I was not doing gaming videos for literally almost a few months. So, you know, it happens. Channels change over time.
I mean, if I ever release a game, isn't it kind of a collab if he plays it?
I mean, yeah, let me know what y'all think about that. Speaking of, yeah, he's working on a game.
Well, you're probably not going to see one for a while.
And if you look at the background, by the way, you can see a very bad situation behind us.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
So yeah, we just kind of I guess we both got busier and we had personal things happen to us, and again, we both did go through depression at some point.
Yeah.
And so it definitely made us like not interested to work on anything like at all.
Yeah.
Didn't mean we didn't want to work on anything on each other. We just didn't want to work on YouTube or because I took a break and he definitely took a break. So.
I literally at one point said I'd come back next week. It's been a year.
He pulled a Corey Kenshin move.
Dude, I literally went, I'm gonna come back next week. It's been 1 whole year.
And let's not forget that I did pull a 4-month break from y'all too.
I consistently pull 1 year, so I don't know anymore.
So yeah, that's just simply, like I said, to sum it all up, we've just been busy and we grew up and we got more bigger things. And also, he doesn't live in Sanger or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I live in a completely different city. We're not talking about that.
No,
we're not. Don't dox me. Don't dox me.
The next question that I normally typically get is, like I said, will y'all collab on anything ever again? Or ever film together ever again? And of course, I'd like to say we still do. And again, he appears in live streams every now and then.
Yeah.
And of course, you know,
I'm there.
Yeah, he's always around normally. He's there, you know, when we need it. And again, just because we're super busy with things, you know.
Who knows? Maybe if that sucker releases a game, I might just randomly appear on my channel again.
Yeah, again, we're all supportive on projects, and of course, you know, Grant supports me on my music side of things, and just Dan, you know, he's there for collaborations when we need it. And, of course, he's around when I collab. Because, again, every year we try to collab on a game. Usually every year. We always try. But, I think in 2023 we collaborated on 4, maybe 5 separate occasions on 5 different live streams. So,
and they were all fun.
Yeah, exactly. We always have fun in doing it, And but now the next question is to explain, like, do you guys blame each other for why y'all pushed each other, why y'all were not working as much? Because no. We don't consider each other to be a reason for anything. Like I said, we've been cool.
As I said, I went through severe depression. That was the cause.
And, I went through depression at one point, too. So, we both did. And that was another reason that why I left back in March of 2020 is because of that reason.
Yeah.
I literally also did, and not only because my parents told me to take a break from doing YouTube for that point, but also because I felt like it was necessary to, and I was going to come back when I did. And I came back and then I released a record, so. And now the next thing is, weird question that I do typically get as well is, do you blame Kayo for the reason your first album was successful? He was there when I made it. I made it in his bedroom. I made it right in his bedroom, so...
And I mainly remember that day from when I watched JoJo in that room. I remember that episode way better than I should.
But, a little bit, he was there, and he did listen to some of the songs when they were made.
Yeah,
I
don't think I was fully paying attention, though.
No. But Make It Burn and Make It Burn, he was the first person to really listen and view it.
Yeah.
And
I probably wasn't paying that much attention, though. I have ADHD. I'm just gonna get that out there. I have ADHD, so sometimes paying attention to things is difficult.
The next question is what happened to you in January 2020, and what made Kayo join your channel in 2020 and take over for you? So I've answered this already several freaking times, and I will say it again. In January 2020, right after the week after my first record's release. I'll just tell the whole story here, because why not? Because then it'll drag him in at some point. So, on a Wednesday night, I watched Bohemian Rhapsody with my family, and with my mom and my dad. And after that, I felt a really weird pain right here.
Oh.
And, the next morning...
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
The next morning, my mom came in to wake me up and get ready for school. Even though I didn't end up going to school that day, I went straight to the emergency room that morning. And... My mom had already feared what was wrong with me, and her fear came true. I had appendicitis, which means it's an inflammation.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't that where your appendix is...
It's gonna rupture. It's gonna rupture.
Yeah, and explode in you.
So, the reason... Like I said, I would have been out that very night, if not the next morning, hadn't it done what it did. And that ruptured during surgery, so, of course, they had to spend the next 3 days keeping an eye on my blood cells until they deemed me fit. And
your appendix... It used to be considered a, what was it called? Vestigial organ. Yeah. But apparently it actually does do quite a bit for your body.
So what ended up happening was, obviously, I got the surgery, and immediately after I got out of surgery and came to where I could, do anything, that's when I reached out. I reached out to him and my friends I reached out to my friends the following morning. I told my family members that night what was going on, even though my mom had already informed them at a time. But then I told these guys what happened, and that's when I asked Kayo if he could... get an update out and everything for me. I even gave him my YouTube login and everything, and
I decided to try and upload every day for him.
And he managed to. Even though
I stopped the first I couldn't do it the last 2 days, but
he still stuck around though and helped me out, and he made sure that there was content out for on his channel anyway. There was also content at the time being released.
I tried balancing both.
So. Again,
I probably prioritized his more than mine, actually.
There was a lot of things coming out from him than me, and like I said, I did make the video in the hospital describing what had happened. Yeah. But just to sum it up, I asked him because again, at the time he was the only other YouTuber that I was collaborating with, and actually he was my only collaborator for a long time until 2000 and later on that year I met these guys, and I work with all of them now.
He only started collabing with other people way after that marathon.
Yeah, so...
Ooh, I'm not doing that again, though.
And that marathon was when I was at 15 or 20 subscribers. That's gone way back in the day. But now...
He had 3 hours worth of content. Now it would be I'd have to literally stay up all day.
Yeah, it would be more than a couple days, because you have songs as well you'd have to get through. And I have an 18-minute long song as well. So.
Yeah, and by the way, that 3 hours. You let me skip a few videos, too.
I did.
Yeah.
There was 100. I did it to commemorate with the 100 videos that I did at that point. Because to be fair, at that
1,000 videos, maybe.
I have 1,173 videos now when I check, maybe 175, but it was a lot of content because back in the day I took things not so seriously. I didn't put nearly as ever. And like I said, we're going back. This was before my album days, like when I made my first album. But like in my opinion, it wasn't until I made my first album that I really took off more.
Nah,
But
ironically, my most popular video was one of the videos I thought was the worst.
So
it's not up anymore.
Yeah. The next question I get is, will y'all ever do a Trinity Lab challenge ever again? Nope.
Probably not.
I don't see myself doing it because, let me explain this. I never addressed it because I didn't want to draw much attention to it. But back in 2021, I got a strike for it. My Trinity Lab number 17, it got a strike. And so I know if you get 2 more of those, your channel's gone like that. And so I'm like...
And permanent banned.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like, I didn't want to risk that because I'm also afraid I'd lose my Google account. I don't want to do that either. Because
I don't think you lose your Google account. I think you just lose the YouTube account. But you can't log in either onto it. So
it'll basically mean like I lose it. And so I don't want to do that. And so
you wouldn't be able to do YouTube ever again because that'd be considered banimating.
Yeah, and there'd be no way.
Fun time.
I don't want to do a Trying to Live challenge, and I don't want to do any videos that can consider terrible. Like, the only videos that...
I don't want to do low-effort content. The
only thing that I think would ever draw attention to do that again would be if I make another Halloween film more gorier and graphic than the first one that I made, which, we want an age restriction on something like that. We do. We're desperate for an age restriction. Because if it gets an age restriction, that means...
That means you did your job.
Yeah, that means we pushed our boundaries of what we wanted to do. The next thing, though, is, what 2024 might offer for both of us. And I guess the question I get is, will y'all work together hopefully more in 2024? If so, we will be happy, So 2020, I can say for 2025, I can definitely guarantee what could happen then. As far as I'll address 2025 before we get into 2024 because we will get the whole thing about that in just a second for both of our ends. But 2025, I don't even see me doing YouTube that much because 2025 is when I graduate. And so,
okay, yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to...
I don't do school anymore, so I don't have that problem.
2025, I'm also going to be very busy. And also, to be fair, I might be out of the house by 2026, which, again, 3 years, technically 2 years from now, we've got until, anything can happen. And by that time, the channel will be 7 years old by the time. So, if we 8 years old, actually, by 2026. So, if you realistically think about it, the channel's going to be 10 years old.
Think about this. I'm 18 now. When he started recording, started doing YouTube and stuff, I was 13. That is insane to think about, though.
I know, and I was young.
Yeah.
I was 13 years old, too. I was 13 as well.
Yeah.
It felt...
Roughly 13.
13 or 14, I think. But, anyways, I mean...
I think I'm a year older than you.
2005 was when you were born, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, you were.
Yeah.
So going in...
You were 12.
But 2025, I think 2025 will be the least amount of content I will do. I think, in my opinion.
For me, I'm probably not going to post to the KayoDagamer channel. I have another channel, which I'm not going to, link to or anything. Because I want to build my own audience on that one. Instead of, having my pre-existing ones who are interested in that type of thing coming over.
So, but as far as 2024 goes, I can safely say I can address a few plans for what I have for 2024, and I can address them right now. So, I guess the main question that I get about 2024 is, if I'm gonna do any sequel kind of things to my Halloween film, and am I gonna do any bigger projects, something on the scale of what I did this year with the Halloween release. It's in production. Like I said, I had an injury right after a week of filming. I had an injury back at home in one morning. No. One of my desk feet, the whole nail shoved into my foot, and I couldn't walk properly. So
I mean, even if he does go back to that, there'd be a chance I wouldn't be able to go into it.
He probably wouldn't be there on it. And again,
because last month, literally on Black Friday, I ended up spraining my knee, and it still occasionally gives me trouble.
However, though, maybe if I discuss it with him, he can have a vocal cameo in the movie, maybe.
I could.
Because, and he could even probably have, a up face like this kind of cameo in the film,
Maybe.
because like I said, the film's still in a lot of production. Again, 2025. I honestly think the movie will not be out until 2025, which I know that's so sad to think about because we got a whole year probably until it sees the light of day, but it'll be here in no time.
Yeah.
Which is hard to think about.
I mean, think about this. This year feels like it's yesterday.
It does. And
it won't be that long.
I hit over 300 subscribers this year, and actually almost 400 this year.
Yeah.
That's literally.
Let's see how long it's been since I've uploaded anything. Let's check that. All right. See how long I've been stuck at 80. My phone's at 69%.
I like that percentage.
I should say. That is my videos. Did I delete that one? I might have deleted it. I deleted it. Shit.
All I know is the last time he's ever... Dog, I'm gonna eat you!
Roughly 2 years.
So, but 2024, 2024 will be, in fact, a interesting year. But, like I said, the movie, hopefully you'll get more filming done in 2024. That's my goal. The next big project that I will address, actually, that is going to involve all of these guys, is the documentary of the first 5 years of my history. I said, every 5 years, we're going to probably try to do that. I don't see what's going to happen the next 5 years for this channel. I don't even... if YouTube exists, sure, I'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do.
Speaking of everyone, I'm planning on making a little game, like Gaming with Shaun type of game. And it was for the 5-year anniversary, but my gaming laptop ended up breaking, and I wasn't able to make anything with it. But now I can kind of resume that, and it's going to have me, him, Grand, and Daniel in the game. We're the bad guys.
I play villains in movies anyway, so.
I'm thinking of making, actually while I'm here, I'm thinking of making an animation.
So.
Maybe after this video, if I make that animation, we could have like that as like a teaser at the end. That'd be interesting.
So, I might just release it separately, actually.
I do.
So, 2024 is probably going to bring in so many weird things. I can probably safely say. Like I said, we can't predict what will happen next year. I hope the next year won't be so chaotic. And, because this year was ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. This year was ridiculous. In the summer, I didn't even do much during the summer. I released concerts and an album. Or two, maybe. I think I released two. No, I released two successful records in back-to-back in July and June. And those were my biggest records. And they still remain some of the biggest ones I've ever done. Now, next year, we're already going to kick things off on January 5th, obviously, with the release of A Classical Age, the new choir and orchestral record. Of course, we got another one. But after that, music-wise, I don't know what I'll be doing after that, because a new live record will happen, of course.
Who knows? Maybe at some point, I could collaborate with them and make a video game. He can make music for games I make.
Yeah, and again, I've made soundtracks to things before, and I even did the Shark Bite soundtrack on Roblox, actually. And then I did a bit of work on the soundtrack for the Halloween film, and on top of that, I'm doing some for the new Halloween film that I'm working on.
By the way, any game I make that I will release to the public will probably be like mid or late 2024.
Like I said, 2024,
because
so many cool
I have
things.
to build up my skills in order to make something I can at least tolerate.
Yeah, and like I said, 24, in November, I've got something too. I've got an Iron Maiden concert video thing coming out too. So, and again, I have a new phone, so that'll be 4K videos. 4K videos. Which is incredible to think that I'll be getting concerts in 4K.
That's 5K more than my phone.
I know, right? So, however, though, I think maybe if we're up to it, we can record a video reacting to our old stuff.
Oh, God.
We are going to probably just go ahead and do that. But,
we might do that, and you're just going to see me die.
Y'all are going to actually see us right here doing this.
I will probably have my hood over my ears a lot.
So, but this is just a video to address things. No, we do not hate each other. We're going to be here. We're going to continue to work together until YouTube isn't a thing anymore, or if we ever fight or hate each other, which I would definitely don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening in the future.
Or if one of us dies or whatever.
That might happen in the near future.
we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.